Hello, welcome to Art Life Video Blog Day 151. I'm Paige Anderson.
Jacob Wolf. Thank you for having me here, Paige.
Thanks for having me on your blog.
You're welcome. So, do you want to tell us first just a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm from Virginia. I was born and raised there. I came out to Portland about 4 years ago for chiropractic school, and that's what I do full time. But I've always done art, and usually it was always 2D, like figure drawing, and then I started doing 3D stuff about 2.5 years ago.
So this is relatively new for you.
Pretty new for me, yeah.
Right on. And how have you liked the change?
I like the change because you get to do shitty sketches and then build them 3D and then paint. So it's like drawing, building, and painting all at once. And I like seeing things come to life in 3D that I wouldn't otherwise get to see.
So let's go back a little bit first. Who were some of your early inspirations when it came to art?
I've always liked the old pinup style paintings of Vargas and stuff like that. I was way into that when I was doing figure drawing and painting. And then since then, like what got me into the 3D stuff was watching a documentary about Wayne White. And he does like the old thrift store finds paintings and then draws words over them and stuff.
Okay.
And then I saw his documentary, he did a giant puppet. He built this giant puppet out of paper mache for school he got contacted for. And I tried making a lion head for above my bed years ago, and it didn't turn out well, and I had to scrap it. And then after seeing that documentary, I was like, oh shit, maybe I can do this, and tried it again. And then after I finished that piece, I was like, oh crap, I can do this, and started sketching things out from like multiple angles and then building them up and doing freestyle builds and stuff. This one was actually from a drawing that I found. I usually work for my own, but I really liked it a lot. It was used for some tattoos and stuff, and so I reworked it a little bit and started building. And I didn't originally intend for it to be 6'2", but
It is giant.
It is giant. And that one's all paper mache and cardboard, and then we used clay suckers, and I plaster casted around the big joints so that it's more sturdy. So that one was a lot of fun. It was a big summer project.
Wow.
And
Is this the biggest one that you've done?
That or the second biggest, because I built a giant tree house about a year ago, the summer before that, and I did little lighting in it, and it was very detailed. And that one I think was around 6'2" too. So
Wow.
they're both about the same.
What were some of your first pieces when you got into paper mache?
I did a lion head, and then I did an elephant head, and I did some piñatas. I got contacted by a friend of mine. Her cousin had just beat cancer, and so they wanted a piñata for her tumor, a tumor piñata. And so it was like a tumor that was wrapped around the aorta on her heart, and I was doing anatomy classes, dissecting cadavers at the time. So
Wow.
we made it a little simplified, but I had all the vessels coming out, and we made the tumor out of bubble wrap. It was pretty gnarly looking, and then supposedly they filled it with fake blood and a bunch of stuff and cut it up with a machete. So I guess it was a party.
That sounds like a party.
And I've done some other like piñatas and things for parties. My friends out here have theme parties, and one of them is a genital jam party. It's all PG-rated sex-themed games, and they had something kind of crudely built one year.
PG-rated
sex-themed
games.
They're like ridiculous, like swinging a banana from a belt loop and hitting an orange across the floor, and, like playing Chubby Bunny with like online dating messages. Girl, let me get up in them butt cheeks. It's hilarious. So I built them this thing for that party, and I can't put it on my website because it's a little raunchy. But it's a lady in gynecological position, and you can actually stick your arm up into the vagina and the asshole and grab a prize. And so we coated it with chocolate pudding for the butt and KY jelly for the vagina. And that was like a party centerpiece thing I did. And then since then I've done with the giant tree house, and I'm working on finger pointing signs like the antique ones over there. I've got a couple of those coming out, and the hot air balloons and little stuff. I got a bunch of it on my website, but I gotta update it soon.
What's your website?
It's paigeisawesome.com.
Paige is awesome. P-A-I-G-E.
Paigeisawesome.com.
Is awesome.com. So how many pieces do you think you've done so far?
I've done a lot of like smaller birds and stuff, and if I count all of those, shoot, I don't know, probably around 40 to 50. I don't have photos of everything that I've done, sadly, but they all have good homes.
Awesome. What who are some of the people, are there like paper mache artists that you look up to and look for advice from? Or?
No, there's this one guy up in Seattle who had some really awesome stuff, and everyone always tags me in his photos of him building dragons. Are you aware of him? I can't remember his name.
I know the artist
But
that you're thinking of.
I did contact him, and I asked him for a tip on some different kind of gluing material stuff, and he never got back to me. He's pretty busy.
Yeah. His stuff's really, really intricate.
Yeah.
But I don't see
you
you
so much more.
I don't see you from being far off from that, doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
It just takes time, just like anything
He's
else.
more of a full-time artist too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got his orders filling.
Way back.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you like doing? Is there anything in particular that you would say is your niche, or are you just like, whatever, I'll do anything?
I'll pretty much do anything. It gets, I was doing marquee signs for businesses for a while out of paper, and those were pretty popular, but I started hating doing them unless I got to do something cool, like a different texture built in and everything. And it gets to the point where you feel like you're a tattoo artist. So I kind of like building for me, and then if it sells, great.
Mm.
And then if people want something specific and we can plan it out together, I've done commissions before. And I really like working with the spaces in mind. So the people saying like, I have this room, I like your style, like I would like this color kind of situation going on. And then we can sit there and plan from scratch what they want. I love doing that, especially like to fit a certain area and room. So I would like to get more into that. I wanted to do interior decorating when I was younger, like really young. So kind of being able to do that and art and then keep my chiropractic stuff on the side is like, it's good. I like it.
Right on.
Makes me more excited about it, I think, not doing
doing
so
it
much for a
full-time.
living. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that, where it would become a job if people were like requiring you to do stuff for them.
But right now I'm trying to work on more affordable pieces, so I'm working on an indoor jungle thing where you can weave your own plants into it. And so I'm hoping to make like miniature tree houses like that. I've got one on the way, and I'm trying to do the next Pancakes and Booze art show at the Hawthorne Theater, possibly. Done the last two. I don't know.
How did
so
those
if
go
I can get
for you?
some stuff done this time. Pretty good. I had that marquee sign that said fuck. I don't know if you remember that one, but that one sold last time. And it's always a good time because it's a big party at the same time.
There's a lot of
artists
people that go through that place. It's crazy.
Yeah, the first time with the lines was insane. But yeah.
Where else have you shown?
I've only done some smaller shows. I just started having enough to actually do shows because usually people contact me, I make them something, and then I have like nothing to show for it after.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to stockpile more for more shows this year and building up more of like like this would be a great background piece, but I think it's going to be sold in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Got somebody trying to make down payments on it, so it's good.
Right on.
But then I'll need another accent piece. It's got to keep building.
Yeah. So do you have any big ideas for other pieces to do next? Something like this?
The indoor affordable jungle pieces, I think. I really want to create a pretty big jungle in my room as like kind of a shoot for what I can do. And so I'm going to do a couple of those and have my big viney plants weaving into them. I want them to actually stretch and maybe even do like drawbridges from each one so people can buy like one at a time and then build them all into like one big scene in their room. And I've already got hot air balloons, so if I can mix those in and then have like having bar signs that kind of go along with that. And going back to figure drawing kind of painting, I want to do another one of those. But it's fun to see your different almost like phases. So like my last show was mostly all like blues and like weird yellows and greens, and so this one's actually going to take it more like neutral tones. I like fitting into different people's styles at different times and having stuff go along together. I'm very much a coordinating person, so
right on.
Next plan.
When you talk about the indoor jungle with the different pieces, I can't help but think of like the train sets where you buy the individual houses and the train tracks and the individual cars, but like after 20 years of collecting all the little pieces, then finally you have something awesome. So, I mean, hopefully people are collecting for 20 years of your pieces, and then in like a while they'll have...
I want to do a good line of those and have people, they'd be like, well, my window is this big and I've already got one and I want another one. Can we attach them in? And these are the dimensions. And I'd be like, hell yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's my next thing.
What are some of your goals for the future? Where do you want to see yourself go?
Well, as far as chiropractic, I want to do a travel chiropractic thing called locum tenens work. So you go in and fill in for other chiropractors and they go on like maternity leave or disability or anything, just on vacation. So I plan on keeping Portland my home base, but then actually going to like Austin and a couple other cities, maybe even out of the country eventually. So for the first couple of years, I've actually got to stick around here and finish my master's and get on my feet as far as setting things up here. But I'm pretty much always going to be doing art on the side. I've got 6 more months of school left, but it's like slowing down for me as I'm getting further along. So it's really nice to have more time to actually work on things.
How far into your master's are you?
I've done a year in my master's and I'm finishing my doctorate. So I've got 6 more months left and then I'll be a chiropractor.
That's amazing.
But I try to do, I did this one over the summer because I had the summer off, but generally I do a couple small pieces or one large medium piece each quarter. So it's, if I have people contact me to build them slides or something, I don't really have much to show after each quarter. So it'll be nice, especially getting in the summer. And when I graduate, I'll have more time those last 3 months before I graduate and after to do some bigger pieces. I'm pretty excited about that being done. So you just want your art to continue, go along, and then travel and do Chiropractic?
Chiropractic?
No.
I didn't think...
Chiropractic, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a great goal.
Yeah, it's nice to be well-rounded.
So I think the last thing that I wanted to talk about is the gallery that I throw. It's 4th effing Friday, but the next one, the big one... February 26th.
Okay.
It will be at the Alberta Street Studios, and I have the address somewhere, but not on me.
Okay.
So Alberta Street Studios, there's going to be a ton of artists, live music,
sounds awesome.
Food, booze. We're gonna have some stuff that people are painting.
Like live painting. Right?
Yeah, either like doors that everybody can paint, but yeah, there'll be live painters too, maybe face painting, all sorts of crazy stuff. I don't even know what to expect. That's February 26th, and it's the 1 year anniversary of the interviews.
Congratulations.
Thanks. November was 1 year for the interviews. January is 1 year for the gallery, but I'm trying to make this a big thing, so just doing a little more planning for this.
Nice. Well, I will be there.
Sweet. Can't wait to see you and your art there. We do a raffle, so if there's anything small that you want to donate into the raffle, it's not a requirement or anything.
I'm actually going to be working on some smaller ones too soon, so I will...
Any of the guests that come in, they can donate $5 or more to the Art Life video blog, the 4th effing Friday gallery, and they get a raffle ticket. And then at the end of the night, that's kind of the big thing, is we raffle off all this art from all these local artists, and people, $5, people get jacked on getting art.
I would, me too. Well, I will be contributing to that, and hopefully we'll see you all there.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Paige Anderson, Jacob Wolf, Art Life Video Blog, day 151. And we'll see you February 26th at the Alberta Street Studios. Later.